Alive. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
We are back, episode 3.
Yes, but we are back into our own office.
We were supposed to be in the studio, but we're back in the office. There's a good reason for that. Okay.
Let's just get everything right.
I'm gonna try to share out as well.
Alright, one of the reasons is because our collaboration partner Vito Production, for some technical reason, they can't showcase their gear today.
Can't set up at the moment.
Yeah,
right.
So therefore we have to change to plan B. Then we are back to our studio, as one Nick always say, the show must go on.
And we must always have a plan B. Correct?
Yes.
So basically, we're bringing you
a new topic.
A new topic. Yeah, the topic we were supposed to bring you next week, we bring forward now.
Yep.
And it's a good topic, an important topic. Okay. So last week, just a quick recap. Week 1, episode 1, basically we told everyone why, how we can expand our business further through FB Live, through social media.
Yep.
And then episode 2, we explored about the equipment that you can use. It can be very advanced, it can be very minimal, and where you can find this equipment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this week we want to talk about the customer experience.
Yes. So it's really important that your live show would not end when you end the live show button.
Exactly.
Right? Because especially if you are selling online, you are selling product on your live show. That is really important that if your show ended, you still need to have your customer service team continue working, answering customer question, and maybe fulfilling some of the orders. So your show do not end when it's ended live. There's a lot of things that you need to take note, even though your show has ended. So probably we're going to share with you some experience, or Nick has recently worked with some client.
Correct.
And there are some confusion where people have thought that my show ends at 9 p.m. Everybody pangkang liao, everybody go home.
Right.
But the customer is still ordering, even though your show ended at 9.
Correct. This is quite an interesting topic because I don't know, maybe because we've switched platforms, so maybe some feel that okay, once the show ended, like we did a sales on FB Live, it ended means it's ended. But what we always say, and during our many discussions with clients, we always tell people this, is that if you are conducting a sales, let's say in a roadshow, an expo, or a product launch, what do? You will always follow up on that sale or that sales lead after your expo or your product launch or your roadshow. So it should absolutely be the same if you're carrying out a Facebook Live sales, okay? Which means you've gotten order, 很多人打加一, a lot of people +1, +2, they are all happy, they are getting their e-wallet.
their wallet ready to buy something from you.
Correct, and then they want to buy, but then as always, I mean, they are the customers, they just want to know how much they need to pay, how to pay, and what information you want from them. So they usually would be the reactive one, meaning 被动.
Yeah.
So they want you to approach them. So basically, once the order is set and all that, they are actually waiting for you to go and ask them, hi, thank you for your order. Okay, I've calculated out. This is your order, confirm. This is the quantity. This is the total. Plus
minus some of the discount.
Yes, correct. Then they will feel even happy. Maybe they will go, oh yes, I thought I only got this discount. Now you're telling me I got another discount.
Yeah. So the total price will be like this much.
Correct. So it's happiness plus another one. Then let's say you got delivery charges. Maybe you at the end of the day, the total amount hits a specific target, and then you say, oh, actually you don't have to pay for delivery charges.
You give free delivery, for example, or you add on some free gift or whatnot.
Correct. Yeah. So it's the whole customer experience, and then they will pay you the money. It's still not the end yet. They will pay you the money. They will send you the usually it's a slip, okay, or usually they will print screen and say they've already done the payment, banking slip.
Simple banking slip.
Yeah, and then once you're done, I mean that's it. Then you can say, okay, look forward to your order, to getting your package, okay? And that's also not done yet. If you want to go one step further, because you're conducting your business on Facebook, what's the next thing you need to do? Usually what do people do? They send the tracking number. Hi, we've already sent it out using some courier service, okay, it could be Postagio, it could be GDEX, it could be anything. Here's the tracking number.
Yeah.
And then people will feel, okay, I feel so happy, I feel comfortable because you've already settled everything for me. All I needed to do was to order, make payment, I wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is really important because we also found that some business owner they thought that when the live show ended, this
Correct.
ended. In fact, this is what actually happened with our client as well. We want to educate and inform everybody that even though your show ended at 9 p.m., but your live stream is continued streaming.
Yeah.
Right, so people may watch a replay, people may not exactly log in at your live show at 8 p.m., right?
Correct.
So people can log in a later time and some people will just rewatch some of the highlights.
Correct, true.
Alright, so what actually you want to do is you want to make sure your customer service team is standby and ready.
Yep.
Alright, at least somehow, even though your show has ended, there are still people standby there
Yeah.
to reply to fulfill some of the orders. And you want, and what I would suggest you to do is when you come to reply, I would suggest you may want to pre-type your
True.
reply.
True. That's actually a good step, a good tip.
Alright, so because you may expecting your customer to ask you common question, so you may not want to answer the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
So what you want to do actually is very simple. You just know what is the FAQ, the common ask answer. Alright, all you need to do actually is to prepare those reply and save it into a WhatsApp group. You just paste it to your WhatsApp group, and when someone asks the same question, you just go and copy and paste those reply directly to customer.
Basically, it will help your admins.
Yeah, it will help your admins.
well.
Correct. You will make everybody's job much easy.
Correct. So it's like Coach said, you wanna keep the customer experience continuous. Meaning, if you're finished at 3 p.m., you still carry on.
Yeah.
Okay. You try to respond as fast as you can. And even sometimes if you can't really respond, let's say it's already very late, you can't even make sure that you've already received payment or not, it's okay. Usually the customers would be understanding, but the most important thing is you must keep the communication going as soon as possible.
Yep.
So if you just reply a quick okay, I received your order, but so sorry, we will need some time to process. So the first thing tomorrow morning when we get back, we will let you know your total amount and all that, or whether maybe it's a limited stock thing. You want to tell them that we'll let you know ASAP tomorrow morning that what you've ordered we still have in stock.
Yeah.
So most of the times customers we find they will understand. Okay, because they are ordered maybe slightly later, but they will understand and they'll be happy because you responded to them.
Yeah.
So it's more of a communications thing rather than the whole customer experience. As Coach always say, it's the wow experience. So how you want them to feel.
Yeah. So what you want to do, just to make sure if you're watching this, can you hear our voice? Because we did not ask this. We did not ask this question just now. So if you are hearing our voice properly and the comment saying no problem, or just type a yes just to ensure that we are the sound is there.
It's there. Hopefully everyone's watching.
So if you are watching this, properly make sure that the sound is there. So just to continue the topic, you don't want to leave the conversation hanging.
Hanging is the right word. Yeah.
So it's just like your customer have no idea. Is our process ended or what?
Yeah.
So you want to have a very clear call to action. We come into this step. This is the thing that you need to do. For example, you need to bank in this much amount of money to us. This is our bank account. Then advise us your mailing address.
Exactly.
Alright, contact, mailing address. And you collect all this. So once you collected all these things, the next thing you probably just reply that thank you for your payment and all the information. We will be packing your goods in the next 1-2 days. Your goods will be sent out by what day?
Sure.
Alright, so you'll be expecting to receive your goods by how many days? So depend on which courier service you use.
Yeah, correct.
Alright, so how far you are away. So but this one you can properly give customer a slightly estimation.
Estimated.
Estimated. Of course it's not 100%
correct, so
accurate.
perfect, but at least you're telling them. At least you're telling
estimated,
them.
right?
It's not hanging like.
No, it's not hanging.
Like I pay already then.
So this is really important when it comes to having a clear call to action.
Yeah, clear call to action, that's the right word, yeah. And
Right.
I mean, it makes perfect sense also because we always talk to you about the before and during. So like before, you've already done so much to attract the customer's attention. During is like when
You work so hard to sell, you sell the product, you bundle the product.
Yeah, and then people order, people non-stop commenting or asking you questions.
Yeah.
But then after ordering,
You don't screw up.
Yeah,
That's where the last part is.
Correct,
You don't
correct.
screw up. Because if you leave a bad customer experience towards the end,
Yeah.
you will only have all the effort that you have invested,
yep,
and in the end, you only get the customer for one time.
correct.
So what you want to do actually is to build customer loyalty.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
And in business, unless you are in the pretty niche business but most business would have repetitive customers.
Yes, and that's what we want also.
Right? Especially you are in the retail environment.
Yeah.
Customer buy product A, I can continue consume product A
Correct.
for a long period of
Yeah.
time. So this is what you actually want to achieve.
Yes.
And going live is just a channel or a tool
Yes.
to get your product and marketing message across. But even though you on your offline time, you also want your customer to come back to you and buy the product because
True.
you do have a good product and customer enjoying your product, and so they can continue use your product for a long time.
Yeah.
This is actually what you want to do, building customer loyalty.
I like that fact that Coach mentioned that you want them to be repetitive customers and that Facebook Live is a tool. Yes, it's like when you are not using Facebook Live, you have promotions, right? The promotions is to attract them.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you also want them to buy your products when there's no promotion,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, so if you deliver to them what you promised during the promotion, and then they finally try your products because it's on promotion,
Yeah.
and they felt that, hey, this is a good product,
Yeah.
and then even when there's no promotion and then the customer experience is so good,
Yeah.
they will come back to you.
And they will come back and buy.
Yeah, so I like the fact that it's connected to like real life promotion. Facebook Live is like a tool, like a
Yeah.
promotion, and then why is after sales service experience also so important?
So important. It's
Yeah.
extremely important. If you do not give a customer a great shopping experience or a follow-up experience, customer will felt like you just want to do one-time business with me only.
True. You want to sell to me only during the
One
live?
time. So I bought that thing and your delivery delay, your communication breakdown. And if I ask you question, it take you so long time to respond to me.
Yeah.
So this is really bad.
True, I've had an experience as a customer, but this was like way before MCO. I asked a question about the product, then there was no reply. I totally forgot about this because I started talking to another seller which was selling the same product. So I ended up buying from that seller because he was fast in responding everything. It was slightly more expensive. But the original seller that I messaged replied me about 5 days or 1 week later. So then I totally, oh yes. Then only I remembered I started the conversation with him. But because there was no response,
Yeah.
so I decided to go to another seller, and because that seller was faster, so I ended up buying from that seller.
So in the end, you are losing sales. So
Yeah.
all the effort that you put into
Your
live show, your
Correct.
everything
Yeah.
has gone in vain.
Yeah, you already did a lot of call to action, or we're gonna have a live, there's a nice poster, you're gonna get surprises, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that, and then during live you push hard for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, you highlight the products, you did your demo, you tell people what's extra for you, and then people get excited, they start ordering, and then
Yeah, finally, it's just like you are running towards a goalpost and you miss it.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's like you're playing football, and then suddenly,
You miss it, you shot high,
too high, cannot, no goal. So in the end,
and the keeper is already open.
yeah, correct. So actually, one of the advice usually we tell people, or coach would also advise right after the show, is that go through all the comments.
Yeah.
Go through all the comments that
And
you
look
receive.
it through.
Yeah.
Look it through and
Look
make
it
sure
through.
you don't miss any one of them.
Yeah. In Chinese, it's called 脱单 means you absolutely forgot or you miss it. Yeah.
You miss it.
Sometimes it's not because of us, but sometimes it's the way, because there's so many comments, right?
Yeah.
It's the way Facebook functions. You will miss out when you're on live, but that doesn't mean it will disappear.
Yeah.
So if you take the time and go through all the comments, you may be able to pick up, oh, I forgot to
reply. Or you miss. And that is very common thing also. When you when people PM you, so sometimes if you may have a customer, he just written in the comment PM. But because this is real thing, we also found that because sometimes their personal profile they are setting into a higher privacy. So the page could not eventually, because on the page side you will see 3 buttons. Normally is the like button, is the comment button, and the reply button.
Oh, reply.
All right. So if I click the comment button, is I reply below your PM as another message.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
But if there is a reply button, you click on that, I will able to reply directly to your messenger.
Correct.
So I will able to directly talk to you.
Yeah.
But in some case, you may have customer who have a different privacy setting that the reply button do not show that.
True.
All right. So it is very important when you are doing live. You want the customer to not to type PM at the message, but actually is to private message to your messenger.
Correct.
Right. So I think this is something that you may also want to highlight
True.
tonight. Because tonight Nick
we have
another show with our client.
Usually we would correct also. Usually, if I'm reminded, I would also, because you must also remember. Here's one thing I want to share with everyone is that we must not assume that everyone is understood
all
or
these
used
things.
to ordering from Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Because there are still a lot of people, maybe it's their first time ordering.
Yeah.
They see your product, they really want to order. Because I make that mistake as well. I assume, those who are watching, they already know how to order from Facebook Live. So yeah, it's good to let your potential customers know that, hello, you just put a P, directly comment there, PM or the package +1, and then we'll get to you. And do not reply on any of the comments. If not, you'll be very hard to capture.
Yeah. So in actual fact that when you're doing live, the host have to make sure to ask the buyer to actually private message to your messenger.
Yeah, private message should
not
be
only on the comment. Because sometimes, as I say, their privacy setting is higher. You can't contact them.
Correct.
And they will feel like, hey, why you never contacted me?
So that's a good point, because the proper way is to, let's say you have package A at 100 ringgit. So usually you tell people, if you're interested, you put RM100 +1 or +2, then you will contact them. And then usually what we will do is also we'll let them know is that if nobody has contacted you, so sorry about that, don't worry, you just PM us directly, and then that one definitely we won't miss. Okay, that's a second way. There are some clients that I've worked with, they want step number 3. Up to you whether you want to do that or not. They actually have a WhatsApp number also. Just in case. So sometimes they will say, how can you order? 3 ways. You can put in the comment the package +1, we will get to you. If you're worried we miss you, you PM us. If you're not, how to say, comfortable ordering using PM or private message in Facebook, you can also WhatsApp this number. Okay, but of course, again, pros and cons. If you add another element, then your admin have to look at it.
You need to have more channel,
to look at,
more phone to look at.
Yeah, so it's completely up to you. Okay, there's no good or bad. It's just different ways of approaching it. As long as you are ready to serve the customer as fast as possible, that's what I always say to people. Then it will be great. So back to the subject of following up on all the comments. There are 2 things to look at it this way. Number 1 is of course the orders, making sure that you don't miss out. And then number 2, of course, you want to reply or react to some of the comments which are very positive to you, or sometimes they may have some questions which were not anything to do with the product, or maybe about your shop, about your brand. So you don't waste this opportunity lah. You reply them about their question. So say for example today, I'm selling, say for example, bak kut teh. But if they start asking me about my ginger tea, of course I would want to make sure that they know about my ginger tea.
Yeah. So this is where your back end team and the host need to work very closely. All right. So for example, if because sometimes the host is very busy
Pushing
product or presenting,
Yes.
and the host may not be watching the phone all the while.
Actually, that's true.
Alright,
That's true.
so you may also want someone at the behind the scene who are looking at the comment side when you found any interesting question.
Yes.
Alright,
I
and
like
you
that.
want to inform the whole, hey, why don't you answer this question? So a simple thing you can do is what we do is we have a small whiteboard.
Yes, that's very useful actually. I like
Alright,
that. Yeah.
so the behind the scene people can write on some of the thing and show it to the host saying that, okay, look at this whiteboard, answer this, under
Correct.
this.
Yeah.
So this is some small tips that you can consider using in your live show.
Correct.
that make the whole thing more smooth.
Correct.
Because you don't want to shout to the host, hey,
Yeah.
something coming up.
It depends on the situation also, but whiteboard would be fun also because you'll be like, okay, then the host will know there's a common question that people are asking.
People is asking.
Maybe many people ask what's the difference between the big box and the small box? They want to know, okay, the big box has like how many packets, the small box have how many packets, this kind of a thing. So yes, it's also basically teamwork. But the thing is, in the admin team or in the team handling the Facebook Live, they shouldn't be shy also to, yes, if you're shy in front of the camera, then I might leave it to the host but you please don't be shy with the host you please let the host know
what's actually happening behind the scene.
Yeah, because sometimes you will have a rush of comments coming in and the host's job is to focus on promoting the products and the package. So it's
Selling the
impossible
product.
for us to see all the
everything.
comments.
Because and sometimes when you have a lot of comment coming in, the comment coming very fast.
True.
Alright, so you can't like scroll back and it's very time wasting.
Correct.
And you want the host the host to like continue talking.
Yeah.
If the host keep quiet, the show will look very weird.
Yeah. People will go away, I think hang already.
It look very strange.
Something wrong already, okay, switch channel.
Right. So this is something that is really important that everybody should take note on your live show.
Yeah. And I mean, after we realized that maybe many are still not used to it, but it's good. Everyone's learning something new. Okay, so we've noticed is that a lot of people who use Facebook Live to sell for the first time or in the beginning stages, they're very good with step 1 and 2, which is before and during. It's the after that maybe they're used to, completing the sales. That's it.
Yeah. So you may get a little bit book at the back.
Yeah. You're not used to it yet.
Yeah, you're not used to it yet. Especially you are selling. If your live show just like a talk show one,
different.
Then it doesn't really matter because there's nothing much to
there's
follow
no sales involved.
But if you are selling, so make sure that all these things are all these small things you need to take note.
It will count a lot in the.
You'll make a difference.
Yeah, in the client's eyes because. They get good customer experience, they will come back, not necessarily every time, but if they come back and they see something that they want or they need and it's at a price that they really love, they will definitely take an opportunity.
Yes.
I know for a fact because my wife does that and then it's easy. I mean, if you own a business and you are actually selling on Facebook Live right now, the best, I can give you a tip, the best place to find out whether what you're doing is working or not are actually the people around you. Your wife, your mother, your sister, those that love shopping on Facebook Live and you know them, it's actually a good source of information. Like, I talk to my wife quite a lot about what she buys on Facebook Live, so I know a bit of the habit in terms of buying. So, I mean, the main message we have today is post FB Live reactions from you. Not only FB Live, let's say you post interesting products or maybe videos on your Facebook page, and then people like it, they maybe leave you a comment or they react to you. React to you is okay, you should be happy. But if they comment, they say, we love this video, or this is so cool, or they have actually a question, it's actually good to reply to those.
Yeah, it's good to reply.
Yeah.
And always use, I always like to use the rule of 3.
Oh, the rule of three.
Alright, so for example, whatever product that you do, keep it simple into 1, 2, 3. That's what we mentioned last week. And also on all your comment and reply, you also want to use simple language to respond.
True.
Right? And that day I saw one of my friend comment on copywriting.
Okay.
But he basically he written in Mandarin 啦。
Okay.
他讲说有一些人在回复或者写贴文的时候，他们有时候会李白上身。
I think I know. Yeah.
Right. So the way that they write the post or the way that they write comment,
Too deep.
the standard is the language standard is so high. 你好像李白上身。你写什么？你讲什么？
I agree. I mean, I read Mandarin, not very good. So if the first sentence I see, okay, I don't understand.
You don't understand, and this is really important, and especially on live show as well. It's not only that what you write or what you talk also.
Correct.
Alright, so when you talk, if we use bombastic languages, yes, number one, it makes us look really good. We are so pro, we are so educated,
But
we are so right?
But majority.
But people, like normal people who are listening, people don't like this kind of bombastic thing.
Majority they won't.
People like simple, easy to understand language. 你说你讲华语就讲得简单一点，你讲英文。Use simple language.
It's actually quite true because I've had this comment touching on this. I have had this comment like on certain shows that I do which are more like formal. Okay, English becomes a bit bombastic because of protocol and because there's a lot of officials and all that.
Right.
But when I'm doing selling and I'm using English, I usually don't use those words. So that's why people ask, how come when I see you hosting a show for formal and how come when I see you hosting for a show for, let's say, roadshow or selling, it's different? Because it's a different kind of audience.
Yep.
If you're selling, you want more people to understand what you're selling.
Yeah.
So if you use too technical of a words, they don't really get it. Usually they would turn away.
Yeah.
So I like that point. It's a good point.
Alright, make your thing simple, and as well as I say, be prepared. So if you are replying any common question, you may want to pre-write it, get it prepared. I mean, I would suggest simple, you just create a WhatsApp group, then you get everybody involved into the WhatsApp group. All your pre-response have pre-write. You want to put emoji, put everything, just put
emoji also put some
put some. Then all you need to do actually when people ask, you just copy and paste. So of course certain reply you require customize, then you can reply fast. Alright, then number one, and then you want to have a clear call to action.
Yeah, actually that part is very important, and that part also I've been seeing a lot of people miss out.
So you want to tell people is after doing A, what you want them to do next.
Yes.
Right. So all these things you have to pre-plan out.
Correct.
Don't like last minute while doing live only you come in kelang kabut lah, don't know what to do lah.
And usually the admin will look at each other. How do I reply this?
And this is that will be very funny,
Correct. I mean, yes, we understand that it's impossible for you to know what or anticipate what question is going to come out, but you will be able to know.
But you will know FAQ. This is common
those
question people ask.
More specialized question, never mind. You already save time by answering the common question.
Yes.
Specialized question one, you just hold on and then ask someone who knows. Okay, one. It's to cut down on the time of even the common question. You also have to ask, hey, he asked this, how?
What is the price? If you want to buy more, then how? Then we give discount.
Correct. Then by the time you finish this question, another question come in. Then more and more come in.
Yeah. And especially when your live getting very good response, a lot of people are buying. Want to buy? I want to buy. Just I think that day he sell durian.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people is queuing up to buy durian.
Yeah.
And if you do not have enough, if you have one admin only, it's overwhelming.
Yes, I agree with that. See, even coach wasn't there. Coach knew that, okay, I think they're going to face this. I was there, I was sweating for the admin.
Only one admin. Yeah. They already prepared one admin.
So I'm sweating for the admin. But in the end, the good thing is luckily, they did what they were supposed to do, which is to follow up after the FB live sales lah.
Alright. But the day you say that you were supposed to go live for 45
yeah, we were
minutes.
supposed to do 45 minutes, but because everything got sold out in 22 minutes, so they say
So very good business of durian.
cut lah.
So if you have durian, so you better go live and sell now.
For now, because
now.
also yesterday, that day I learned the durian season is coming to an end. Bonus
almost.
info for you all.
Alright.
Then which lead us to the next point. When should we go on FB Live? We had this discussion also.
Yeah.
Because some people choose nighttime,
Yeah.
some people choose
Afternoon,
daytime.
afternoon. Like us, we already mentioned because this is our talk show, so we decided to do it at 3 p.m.
Correct. And
Alright.
people can also watch the replay.
Yeah, so our objective actually is not to attract a lot of live audience. What we want actually is to compile our information.
Yep.
So for people who can always come back and watch the replay.
Basically, it's like a podcast lah. Just that you can see us, and then it'll be easy for you to leave a comment.
Yes, that's all. That's our objective.
Okay.
But talking about timing, alright. So what is your view on this?
For me, I've been getting in the beginning, I got a lot of clients who like to do it at night. Some very late at night.
Some very late. How late? How late is very late?
They start at 8:30. So you imagine by the time they are done with it, I've had a few in the beginning of my FB live sales who wanted to do it at 9. So by the time they finish it, it's around 10 something.
Alright, so 1 hour plus.
1 hour plus. So let's say if it's 1.5 hours, it's another 10:30. Then by the time they finish everything, I wait for them and then we live together. By the time they're finished with answering all the comments and making sure everything goes through, they usually end up going back at around 11 something, 11:30. But of course, when we watch live also, we also see a lot of people conducting FB live sales after midnight.
After midnight?
After midnight.
Oh.
But that one, I can tell you, they are conducting their own business. All the stock is in their home.
Okay.
So basically, they cannot sleep so they continue to sell.
But do a lot of audience watch after midnight?
The funny thing is, I've been following a lot of FB sales Wang Hong. Somehow their products work well when he sells it or she sells it after midnight.
After midnight?
Yeah, so he makes it like when he sells, he only sells it after midnight. If he sells early, people will start asking, 哇，老板今晚这么早吗?
Okay, so you have your audience.
Yeah, he already built up his own audience, who wants to watch you on that time. We've also had some clients in the past that wanted to do it at night, and then later on they switched it to the afternoon simply because they felt that they are more confident in handling the orders
in the afternoon,
even right after the FB live. Okay, and then another thing about timing is that we have a lot of requests for Saturday and Sunday FB live sessions
in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, but here's the pros and cons also. In the afternoon, what is known as the hot time is, say for example, 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. is we know that a lot of people watch FB live sales. Good and bad. Bad is everybody's fighting for the audience.
So there are many people who are live on the same time.
So you may end up you're not strong enough, so not strong enough for the beginning. So you may end up having a lot of audience watch other people and not you.
So the competition is very high.
Yes, there's competition. So there's also another view is that if you haven't really built up your audience base yet, you need time, you need to consistently do FB live, then it is best to choose those times that are not the popular times. But the general rule of thumb is you keep experimenting, and then if you find out that a certain time is good for your brand or your business, then you should try to stick more onto that time and then make it a habit for people to come back to you on that time.
And we also discussed just now was if you have been giving business to Facebook, you have been advertising on using Facebook ads, in somehow Facebook algorithm will give favor to you. So when you go live, you will have a better organic
viewership.
We do notice that. I don't know how true is it, but
I think the algorithm, because we had this discussion and then Coach brought up a good point, because they don't have to monitor, they got system algorithm will know one. So let's say if you, and I feel it's logical, let's say if you advertise for example twice a week
on using Facebook ads.
Facebook ads. So twice a week, 1 month you've advertised eight times already, Then let's say each time you spend, let's say 200 ringgit, for example, so you have 1,000 ringgit. So when you go on FB Live, Facebook will of course have the incentive to help you one month.
For sure.
Because when you're happy, they know that you will pay more advertisement,
But this is based on our
observation.
Now we don't have any
we
facts,
don't have data or
data to show you that how true is it. But
because our way of thinking is like normal advertisement also, and usually is the business world. So basically, you spend more, you will get preference lah.
Yeah, preferences. But anyway, even though you are not spending, if you have an interesting topic enough, Facebook Live algorithm will still push for organic reach.
The organic reach that Coach also shared since the first episode is that Facebook wants you to be active.
Yeah.
So if it's the first time you're conducting Facebook Live, they will help you a bit.
Yep.
Then if you keep doing a lot, they feel that you are actually quite active. They want to help you out because they got incentive to help you out also, because they want you to feel that Facebook is good for my business.
For Facebook point of view, is Facebook want to keep their user as long as on the platform.
Correct.
Right.
So that they will get.
Then you the longer you stay on Facebook, the more time you spend on Facebook.
Yeah.
Whether it's watching a video, watching a live show,
correct,
or watching any post. It creates more visibility for Facebook advertisers.
Yes.
So Facebook can show you more advertisement,
and
they can charge the advertiser more money. The advertiser willing to pay more money for more view. So Facebook Live is basically a good tools to allow people to stay longer with you, because if you are watching live, you are basically staying longer on Facebook platform.
Yeah.
So that is the idea and the logic behind why Facebook push the live algorithm or any video algorithm for that.
For organic reach.
For organic reach for this reason.
So just now the first one we mentioned is that yes, advertising may help based on our observation. That's one way. But the second way is simply to just go live. You go live once, 2 times, 3 times, it will build your audience, and like Coach said, it will activate the algorithm will kind of pick up on this, and then they will feel like, okay, your show is kind of helpful or very helpful to Facebook in people staying on Facebook.
Yeah. So it will definitely help your show. So basically, we are giving you some ideas why you should be going live. And last week we show you some toys that we have.
Equipment, yes.
And today we still continue using my mic.
And we want to thank some of our audience who actually, they couldn't watch it, but they watch it after, they watch the replay, and they actually contacted us to ask further questions about the equipment. So, as always, with any shows, if you watch the replay and if you got any questions at all, you can just drop it in the comment, or you can just PM us, and then we'll get to you ASAP. But just to answer, majority of them, all our equipment you can just buy from any online e-commerce platform. Yes.
Alright, all you need to do actually is just probably you just need to remember a few keywords.
Yes, exactly, like mic,
microphone.
If you're looking for the wireless, you just add the word wireless.
And the light thing is called LED ring light, RNG ring light.
Yes, you add the ring, correct.
So all you need to do actually is to take note of this. And if you go to any like Lazada, Shopee, or this e-commerce platform, I think if you go under the portable electronic section, you will find there will be a lot of product available.
True. It means you get to, like, you're doing window shopping you browse the different products that may help you in your live stream.
Alright, or you go to Penang Digital Mall and have a look there.
If you're the traditional type like me, people
you want to touch feel first before you buy anything.
Correct. Because there have been some people asking me where I got my tripod. My answer is Pasar Malam, and they're like, I said, Pasar Malam still exists. It just happened that I liked the price and it was something that I felt, okay, this is what I wanted, so I just buy from there. So basically what Coach is trying to tell you is that if you're shopping online for all this equipment, as long as you know the keywords or the shops to go to, there shouldn't be a problem. You can compare and slowly shop.
Alright, so in the end of the day is you just have to make your show interesting, informative, entertaining.
Yes,
right? It's fun
yes.
to watch. Like Nick last week, he performed
Demo.
on coffee.
And don't be shy, if I can do it, everybody can do it, because the main thing is you want people to know your product is so simple, so user friendly, and so fun.
Yeah, and tonight, in fact, we are working again with our client in Hua Thai, Hua Thai Penang. They are the 土产店. So Nick tonight we're going to have a cooking show.
I'm not sure whether I get to cook or not. Okay, making drinks is one thing, but I can tell
eat
you
or not,
can eat or not. There will be a tasting show.
Yeah, right. So tonight we're going to show you how you can cook. Not bak kut teh, but chi kut teh, because they use chicken to cook the just like bak kut teh, but they replace with chicken because their product is halal.
Correct.
Right.
I'm actually very excited because the product is new to me, so I get to explore it. So one thing nice about FB Live, you should think about, if you have a product that you feel that not a lot of people know yet, FB Live is a good way to let people watch it in action and then explore it with you without having come to your shop.
Yeah, and it is very authentic.
Yes, it is.
As compared to a video you can shoot and cut,
edit,
for
make
many
it nice.
times. But on a live show, it is a live thing.
Correct.
So if you screw up, it really screw up.
So that's why I was so confident last week to make those drinks, because the ingredients were easy to use and the ingredients actually made everything easy and wonderful. So that's why I didn't have to cut or make a video, I can just make it in front of you. So it's the same thing, if you have any products that you feel, it doesn't necessarily have to be food or drinks, it can be electronics as well. You can
use demo.
Demo.
Just like last week, we show you the mic and everything.
So
it could be a demo.
So when people see and then they start you arouse their curiosity, they feel curious, like, okay, this is easy. Okay, then you do it enough, they will start contacting you, or they will look further into your product. Okay, and then you can close the sales then.
So make sure that as we want to emphasize is the customer experience.
Yes.
Make sure that you don't screw up. You have spent a lot of effort at the beginning, during the live show, and towards the end, please don't screw up. So if you are wondering on what kind of books you can read about customer experience, in fact, I can do a small advertisement here. I have my book called The Small Fish 2.0. This book is talking about how do you build a brand and customer experience. So in this book, I share some example how some of the great company, local company, international company, how they build a wow customer experience. So if you are interested in this book, you can just PM me. This book is 40 ringgit per book. But if you buy in any other of my book in the bundle, I give you a special discount, no problem. In fact, I have small book right now.
My personal favorite is the onion.
The onion book.
This one, the onion book.
Okay.
Easy to read, and then you can immediately use the ideas inside. I can tell people that.
I have 4 books, so if you are interested, you just have to PM us, then I will just reply you and give you a special discount, no problem. And if you're in Malaysia, then will be free shipping.
I want to add on the brand experience. One thing is that there are case studies inside. The wonderful thing is that you got case studies inside. These are real case studies. So you read them. So they are actually interesting stories, which are actually real experiences, and you can see which one works for you, and then you can actually use it.
Because I interview 5 local company. Local Malaysian company. They are all fantastic, wonderful company. How they go ahead and build their brands, and why the customer love them so much, and they make a lot of money.
And that's the keyword. That's the keyword that Coach just mentioned. Build. So one thing is that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, remember, you build. Okay, a lot of the successful businesses you see, they started from a small size, sometimes really small. But the thing is this, you build. And how do you build? There are many factors in it. One of them is, of course, you build the customer experience, the brand experience.
And you build raving fans.
Yes.
Not only fans, but raving fans. Fans will go ahead and tell their friends about you. They give you testimonial. They come back and support you.
Correct.
and whatnot.
So yeah, I mean that's a good way to put it as well. They are your customers first, but because of the experience they get, they become your fans.
Yeah.
What's the difference? A fan will actually help to spread the word about your brand, about your company.
They will help you. They will bring referrals.
Yes, that's true. That's true. When they become your fan, you know that you've reached a level of success.
Yeah.
At first, you bought my products. After that, you felt that, oh wow, you know, I'm so happy using your products and services. I'm gonna tell my friends about it.
Yes.
And then they become your fans.
Yeah. And with this, basically, a referral basically is I think the lower cost of marketing. It doesn't cost you anything if you get your customer to bring their friends and family to you.
Yes.
But this is only achieved when you have a wow customer experience.
Yes.
Not only you must have a good product. Yes,
that's one, yeah.
Number one, you need to have a good product.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
That one.
I think number two, very important, is when people work with you, whether they're buying from you or if you're providing services. I think the working attitude is also very important.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to work with people, even though you have a fantastic product. I'm sure you have experienced this. Some brand, they have fantastic product, but when you go into their shop and try to buy something, there are people very LCLY.
True, the attitude.
The attitude that you make you feel that even though I love your product so much, but when I come in and work with your people, you make me so frustrated that I don't want to.
Then you ask yourself, do I want to come back again?
Alright. So this is very common in Penang, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, especially when we go for the famous char kway teow. The char kway teow is very LCLY. But just because you love the food so much, but you really hate the attitude.
Yeah, but it is the truth actually, because if you turn it around, you flip it around. Yes, you are doing business, you're selling, but at the same time, you are also a consumer. You are also a customer. So imagine if you're going to another shop and the treatment that you get, you feel that I'm not really comfortable. Will you go back?
So this is very important, that whether you are doing face-to-face selling or you are selling online,
correct.
You don't want to make people feel that you are very lazy.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Correct. Nice way to link it. The book is about brand experience, customer experience. Which should apply also if you're conducting online sales. Because you will still have to interact with the customers.
And interaction does not only happen on face-to-face or conversation, but sometimes your reply is also part of the interaction.
People will feel how you reply to them.
Alright. So when you reply, do you reply sincerely? Or do you reply in a very sarcastic manner?
Or you reply too short, also no good. Wait. They'll be like, wait.
So this is all the small things that we talk about in the book as well, about customer experience. So make sure, number one, you have a good product.
Correct.
Number two, your working attitude. The conversation must be pleasant, must be friendly. All you need to do, actually, you just need to be friendly.
See, logical.
Simple thing only.
Even though if you're not seeing them, you're replying, people will feel how you reply to them.
How you reply. And the third thing I think is also very important is you need to keep yourself to a deadline.
Actually true.
Right? This is once I commit that, for example, if I commit that I will deliver the goods to you by this Friday, I will send out by this Friday, example.
Then
you send out by this Friday.
Yes, you have to.
Right? It's not like, oh, sorry, Friday I cannot make it. Can I send it to you Tuesday? Alright? Then you are discounting the experience.
Correct. Because basically, that's right. I mean, even if you're using any online shopping platform, yes, they even had this notification like, oh, it's MCO, it's going to be a delay. But what's the difference there? They tell you in advance. Like, okay, this one would normally take 5 days, but because of MCO, there may be an additional 7 days waiting
delay
time.
Because of that reason.
But the fact is, they tell you, so you will know. Like, oh, okay, I'm expecting this. But you already say 5 plus 7, you don't, after like 5 plus 7, you add another
7. That would be really horrible.
And then if you don't tell people like, oh, there's going to be additional waiting time because of what, then people will say, how come you never tell me? Usually I buy from you 3 days only, then suddenly now you're going to tell me, sorry, customers basically they don't want excuses.
Talking about this, it just remind me when during MCO, I think last 2 months, I bought a small table.
Okay.
I bought a small table from one of the online platform.
Okay.
In one of the online shop there. You know that because I did not carefully, because one of the thing is the table, it is a small table that you can put on top of your bed, then you can put
nice.
then you can
I
put
like
on
that.
laptop and
Yeah.
you can work on that. So I bought the table for 20 plus ringgit only. So it's
Good
really
price, good price.
it's a very good price. But one thing I never took notice was the delivery took more than 1 month. More than 1 month. I tell you honestly, when I bought that table, it was during MCO.
Okay.
Alright? After RMCO, I have not received the table.
Yes.
It's like more than 1 month that I went back and asked, and in the same time, my wife is also buying something.
Correct.
Alright? So why my wife all the things that she bought
Reached already. But where's my table?
where's my table? Which I bought before her.
Oh.
I bought before
So
her.
many
Just
customer
imagine.
experiences, yeah.
And then only when I go back to the page and saw the comment, then only I realized that in the comment that side, other buyer are also complaining.
Exactly.
Why your thing took so long?
So you see, nowadays it's easy to get customer reviews.
Yeah.
Reviews can be good, can be bad. But if you did your best and then majority of customers are happy, you will always get good reviews.
Yeah.
So bad reviews will also affect.
It definitely affect you. But of course, they do have one advantages is they are selling cheap
Yeah.
for a table for 20 plus ringgit. There's only reason you want to buy from this buyer.
Correct. Because of the
Cheap
price.
before this is cheap. But seriously, if you want to do business, you want to people to remember you because of your good quality or your good service,
Yep.
or because you want people to remember you because you are cheap.
Correct. Actually, cheap would only get, I always tell people, cheap or low rate, it will only get you that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point, if it's good price, cheap, but every time you give me such low standard or low subpar services, usually people would end up going elsewhere. It's a good
Seriously,
point. It's a good point.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you need to meet your commitment. So if you promise people whatever you have promised, make sure that you fulfill that deadline. And
Correct.
deadline is important. Deadline is not for the sake of just talk shop.
Yeah.
Our deadline is next Friday.
You better make sure
Then you need to deliver by next Friday.
either on Friday or before Friday,
Right.
but not past Friday.
And not like say that you forgot your deadline and your
Yeah.
deadline is it's not even a deadline.
Yeah.
It's just a random date that you pick and you never honor those random dates.
Correct. So if you're selling online, if you put there, please expect 3 to 5 days for delivery. You better make sure that you're
able to deliver. And there's always the say that if you're able to deliver within 3 days, let's say you're able to deliver within 3 days, but you you tell customer you only receive 5 days later. So maybe this is what they call under promise over deliver.
Yeah.
Alright, so you in a way that you are wowing your customer.
Correct,
Instead I have to wait 3 days, now I can get it in 1 day.
Yeah.
So this is wow.
So in the councils, it's called being prudent lah. So being prudent is that you feel that what's your lead time on delivery? Fastest is 3 days. Latest is 7 days. So to be prudent, you always tell people 7 days. You never tell people 3 days.
Yeah. But just to complement the ring light that I bought, this ring light you see here,
reflection.
this ring light in fact is over delivered. Alright,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say it's about a week, but I received it about 2-3 days only.
Oh, so 2-3
it's
days
really fast. It's
Okay,
really
that's
fast.
fast.
It's really fast. So this is where you get customer good experience.
Yeah.
So I'm right now telling you that buy from this.
Correct.
Buy from this supplier.
It's true. You see, immediately we get a live example. Meaning, let's say that I want to get a ring light, I would definitely ask, hey coach, that day you mentioned the light that you got. I mean, I used it with him already, and it was delivered so fast. I would absolutely ask him, which was the shop that you bought it from again? So it's the same thing.
If I want to buy a second light, I will go back to this shop.
Yeah, and then if you if you're supplying services, it's the same thing. Okay, say that you wash cars and polish cars. Okay, and then they will say, oh coach, your car nice there. Then you start talking about the vendor or the car wash servicer, and then he becomes a fan, and then it's like, yeah, Nick, you just go look for this guy.
Yeah,
He's
no?
located where?
It's word of mouth.
Yeah, referral. And did he spend
Referral,
anything
wow.
for advertisement? No, it was through good service.
Yeah, and this is also true for a lot of like cafe and restaurant.
Yes.
That why cafe restaurant want you to take photo of their food
Yes.
and post on social media.
Yes.
So the concept is also the same.
Correct.
So
But
you need to have good packaging for people to take photos. So exactly when you are sending package away,
yes.
alright, when people unbox your
unboxing. People love to do unboxing now.
alright, so you can see that there is, you can see some people who are so crazy, they purposely record a video when they are unboxing a new product.
The unboxing videos, I call it, yeah.
Especially on Apple products.
Yes, because they're so proud to receive the product.
Right, and not only that, but the unboxing experience is so good.
Correct, and they want you to see that. You see, I'm getting this.
I'm getting a new iPhone, then you can see the box is like that.
Correct, and Apple makes sure that they think maybe as far as when this guy unbox, what is he going to see first?
Yeah, the experience has to be good.
And then they have to make sure that every other people who unbox the same thing will get the same experience.
And you can see crazy people will record the whole unboxing experience, make it into a video, post it on YouTube, and let another 10 or 1,000 of people watching.
And it's free advertising for who? Apple already.
Yeah.
Apple didn't pay them.
Alright.
They somehow pay Apple to get the phone.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are delivering product and if you have good packaging and good these things, make it nice for people to enjoy those experiences.
Yeah, to share, I actually have friends that they unbox something. They didn't want to take a record yet, but then after unboxing, they saw that this packaging is so nice. They actually put back the package and re-unbox
re-unbox again
so that they can take the photo.
Okay.
One thing you're gonna notice is when Mid-Autumn Festival coming.
Oh,
the
mooncake, the mooncake boxes.
Yeah, I've had friends, especially the females, the girls, they're like, this is nice. They open it up, this is nice. Put back, what are you doing? I want to retake.
Take photo or take what?
So basically like Coach shared today, customer experience, if you want to tie it to FB Live, it's that after FB Live, you need to follow up ASAP. Okay. Then number 2 is about attitude. You want to make sure that you have good attitude when you're responding to the customer,
talking to people.
From beginning until the end. And then the third one, most important, which is whatever you promise, you better
deliver.
You better deliver. Yeah. So those are the 3 important tips for you to do what? To build raving fans. Yeah.
All right. So I think our show
for this time,
we'll stop here. Let me give you another teaser for next week.
Oh.
All right. Next week Nick is not going to be around. He have another show to run, so I have to do my show on my own.
Yes.
But I am inviting one of my good friend, my friend who is a web designer.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna watch that also afterwards.
Right. So my friend is a web designer. Then I'm going to interview him. And she will share with you why it is important that you need to have an online website. How do you design your website? There is a certain section that we're going to share. I'm going to give you my input as well.
Nice.
How are you going to design your header? What are you going to write inside your header? And bear in mind, if you want to do your website, your website header need to answer 3 questions. I'll just give you a quick teaser. Wow. Number 1, in less than 5 seconds when people enter your website, number 1, people must know what product are you selling. So what business are you are doing, number 1.
That's 1.
Number 2, me as a visitor, how are you going to make my life better?
True.
Alright. Number 3, if I'm interested to buy from you or engage your services, what should I do next?
So that's basically the formula for good start.
The header only. Alright, so if you enter to any website by looking at the header, will you able to be like less than 5 seconds answer this question in your mind? What do you do? How can you make my life better? And if I want to buy, what should I do next?
This is just the bullet points. You want to listen more to the details, you watch next week.
Alright, so next week, me and my friend Warren Tan He's going to share with you how a good website is going to being designed.
Cool.
And he is also from Penang. He's going to show you some of his gear. This time he's going to show you some
Oh,
gear.
he has gear also.
He has gear also because apart from doing website, he also can help you record a simple video or help you do some photography on your product to put on your website.
Yeah, this is one of the things that we'll be talking about in the future also, not
Yep.
just FB Live. So yeah, the first 3 episodes we talked about FB Live and how it can help you. Next week we're going to talk about websites. Yeah.
Right? So we're going to try to make our show, our podcast, our live podcast more interesting.
Yep.
We can discuss some of our topic by ourselves, or we can just go ahead and invite any businesses that we can interview.
And which can connect to us, can connect to you,
Yep.
which you can find useful as well.
Alright.
Because as business, you have to get all these things together.
Alright? So thank you, Nicholas.
Right, thanks coach.
Alright, so we see you next week again.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye.